Ron knows stuff here. Mrs. Ron knows stuff there. Coco down here. But what is this here?
It looks pretty gross, doesn't it? Look at it. Is it falling apart?
Well, there's your answer right there. Outside, you have your AC condenser. And this hose, it's copper, it's about 3/4 inch. It feeds the inside air handler. And it has insulation around there so that that cold freon going through there, it stays cold. So,
Perfect.
yeah, so it feeds your air handler. So, as you can kind of see, maybe around this, it did a lot of condensation because it wasn't fully insulated because this insulation just lived its life.
Obviously, needing to be replaced.
Yes. So we bought a new insulation piece made specifically for air conditioner condensers. And we got this at Lowe's, not sponsored. It's just, we like this one better because it had a rubberized exterior. So it looked of better, stronger, more powerful, better insulating capabilities than just the ones that,
Or just the plain foam.
yeah, and like the one that we just took off. So here we're measuring it for size. As you can see, we have more than we need. So I'm marking it with my razor blade right there. And then I will take it off and cut it to size. This way I don't damage anything, including myself.
I like that.
Yeah. So some of the ones that we saw that were cheaper have the double-sided tape at the seam so that it seals itself. This one doesn't do that. But we'll show you how to take care of that in a minute. So now that we've got it cut to size, go ahead and fit it back on. There is a wire that is usually taped to this insulation. You don't put it inside the insulation, but we will tape it on the outside. Those wires are basically your controller. It goes to their thermostat inside the house, so it tells the compressor whether it's going to chill Freon or if it's going to extract heat out of the atmosphere and throw it into the line so that your air handler inside heats up your house or cools off your house. So now that we've got it all fit, you need a special kind of tape. And this is UV protection tape. This is specifically designed for this product, and the sunlight will not
Deteriorate.
yeah, it'll hold out through the course of time. So it is sticky, and that's okay because you want it to be sticky. So what
It's
I'll
tape, for crying out loud.
exactly. So I'm going to put a little piece here just to hold it together and get a nice, good, tight bond there. And once I've done that, I'm going to seal up that seam. See there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just hold it together while you're taping it, basically.
Exactly. Yep. So once you do that, and I'll do that, and then I'll throw a couple of pieces going all the way around just to give it a nice, secure tightness so that if any of the seam tape comes apart, the loop arounds will hold it in place. All this is in an effort to make the machine as efficient as possible. Here in Florida, it gets pretty hot, and there are ways to make your unit more efficient. For example, if you can put some sort of shading over your unit without affecting the wind flow around it, that will...
Like a little canopy over
Yeah, a little canopy. If you can do that, that's going to help out because, that unit's all metal and it's sitting out in the hot sun. Metal's going to bake. So that's going to make the condenser have to work that much harder to cool off. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing you can do is during the heat of the day, your unit's struggling, you can go out and just spray some water on the 3 sides, not the back side where the electric's going in, but the other sides, and or not on the fan area. Just spray a little water on there to cool the coils off. and that does work. They do make a misting kit that when the fan kicks on, it turns on the misting, and that really works as well. But I don't have one. But you can order it. I've seen them online at Amazon for one. I think Walmart has them too. And it's just a misting kit. Hooks up to a hose, and you tie it with zip ties to your AC unit. And whenever the fan kicks on, it blows up a lever and turns on the water. So it's pretty neat. Yeah. So here I am finishing up the seam, and now I'll do some wraparounds, and I will get that wire wrapped around. You see it over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to secure that, and it is tradition to put it on with the insulation, so that if you're weed whacking, excuse me, weed whacking or mowing, anything like that, that wire doesn't get cut, because if that wire gets cut, so does your AC. You have no,
Ooh.
yeah, you have no air. So best to not put it in with the insulation, but on the outside of it.
Secure it.
Yeah. So now you know it's nice and safe, and it's not going to go anywhere. Look at that, huh?
Just a simple little thing to do for under $20 to help make your AC unit efficient.
Yep. So here we have the final tapings to get this all done. And that tape is sticky, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it over. And if you haven't gone outside to look at that piece of foam insulation around that, of the two tubes, there's the bigger one. If that doesn't have it, or if it looks rotted out, just go to your local home improvement store, buy the insulation, buy the tape, and make your unit work for you instead of you working for it.
I like that idea.
You like that? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if it runs more efficient, it's going to save me some money.
And what are you going to do with that money saved?
Probably spend it, but I promise you I will save you some money on whatever I buy.
Yeah. So my portion of it will be the savings that you actually save. So,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. That's fair. So I think this is the last piece of tape that I'm going to do.
Okay.
And now that we know everything's nice and safe and insulated, I think we're going to call this project done.
Fantastic. Well done.
No fan, AC.
Oh, yes.
But there is a fan on the AC. Dad humor. All right, there's the old one. You can kind of see what that looked like versus the new one. Pretty good, right?
Absolutely.
So I think it's probably getting close to time for my famous catchphrase where I close out the videos with.
Say it along with them, will you?
Somebody say it with me. Okay, get ready. Get a thumbs up. And now, here we go. Ron knows stuff. You know stuff. And now, oh, I messed it up.